I quickly want to cut across to Mr. Atul Karwal, the Director General of the NDRF. He's an old Jammu and Kashmir hand, knows the lay of the land very well and is spearheading the rescue and relief operations. Mr. Karwal, what's the latest situation? What can you tell us, sir?
Gaurav, we are there in strength. We had 3 teams, one at the Holy Cave, 2 close by at Barari Marg and at Panchtarni. All 3 have concentrated on the site of the incident. So we are about 75 rescuers strong as of now on the spot. And the other uniform force personnel are also available in good strength. Holy Cave has a deployment of the Jammu and Kashmir mountain rescue teams, of the Indo-Tibetan Border Police, of the Indian Army, CRPF, BSF as well. So there is good strength of uniform personnel there who are being of assistance in rescuing the people. Till now, we have the information of 13 casualties. And in the initial phase itself, because one team of NDRF was available at the Holy Cave all through, even before the beginning of the yatra, they swung into action and they could pull out 3 people alive from that incident as it started. So information as of now is of 13 casualties.
Sir.
And
Mr. Karwal, will rescue operations, relief operations continue through the night? Do we have an idea of the number of people who may still be missing, sir, still unaccounted for?
Yes, the rough estimation as per information from the ground is about maybe 25-30 people, even till 40 who could be missing, who need to be rescued. And the plan is to not let up the rescue operations. We will work through the night and we are organizing the lighting and the power supply there so we can carry on through the night to rescue as many as possible as soon as possible.
And what kind of resources do you have available at your disposal? Do you require additional resources? Do you require either manpower or generators or helicopters for relief and rescue operations?
Manpower is there in plenty. We have more teams on both the axes towards Baltal and towards Chandanwadi. We can mobilize more NDRF teams from there. As of now, manpower is not really that much of an issue. We might need some more equipment, so we are taking a review from the people on the spot. My Deputy Commandant Kanhaiya is there on spot and we are in touch with him about how we can reinforce, how we can make his hands stronger. So we are looking at all that and making arrangements to send whatever is required.
Sir, the entire team on ground, all of you are very experienced Kashmir hands. You've dealt with the security situation. You head the NDRF. Could this have been averted, avoided, could it have been prevented, sir?
Gaurav, the situation there is that both the tracks, one from Baltal side and one from Panchtarni side, they converge when they approach the Holy Cave. And there's a small stream which separates these tracks. And a cloudburst is such a situation, it can happen in an isolated manner. Not much forecast was possible or available. So I'm sure the people on ground were caught relatively by surprise. As far as I recall, from whatever I had studied when I was functioning there, this kind of a cloudburst and tragedy had not happened earlier, so there was no precedence of this happening. My hope is that it would have not come in a gush all at once. It would have started with a stronger flow of water and then maybe also some noise along with it and a bigger gush of water following with momentum. So my hope is that many people would have just gained height on both sides of the slope and got out of the water's way. But the videos that we see, the tents obviously were damaged because they are clustered towards the bottom of the Holy Cave. And some people might have got swept. Prevented, in hindsight, we can in future think whether we want to be as close to the water as we were. But this had never happened earlier, so this is being wise in hindsight, I think.
Because the location of the langar, the location of the tents, should that be factored in future, especially in the light of what had already happened in 2013 at the Kedarnath Yatra route, and what's happening here at the Sri Amarnath Yatra route, sir?
these things are difficult to predict beforehand. With the climate change, maybe these things are something that we should factor into how we can avert even something which is very improbable or which may never have happened earlier. So this could be a lesson which we could learn from and improve our arrangements in future. But as of now, this is the way we have been conducting yatra over the years, and nothing has happened till now like this. So it was, I am sure, very difficult for someone to say this could happen, because this is a unique kind of an incident, and it has hit us at a time when the yatra is in its initial phases, more people on ground. My hope is that when it happened at about 5:30, a lot of yatris normally do their darshan and they leave and they almost reach their camps back by this time of the evening. So the number of people present there would have been minimal.
Fair enough, sir. Would you require additional medical help, any kind of resources or help that's required either from the Jammu and Kashmir administration or the central forces?
As I recall of the organization of the yatra, we have medical camps every 2 or 3 kilometers, and the various paramilitary central armed police forces pitch in to install these or make these medical camps available. So till now we have not found ourselves short of medical assistance. I'm sure we have plenty of medical professionals there, but the situation is challenging. The weather is inclement, the darkness is there, and altitude and flow of water is still strong. But medical issues, I think, are adequately taken care of.
In future, sir, for the yatris who would be coming subsequently, any precautions they need to take, any advice from you for the yatris, something that they need to be careful about?
I think the Shri Amarnath Ji Shrine Board does a good briefing. People are quite aware that they need to follow a slow, comfortable pace, gain altitude slowly, take their time in walking up. And now, in the light of this, I think we can ensure that no crowds gather and people do their darshan and they move away from there as soon as they have finished having their darshan. And various other camps can be reinforced with whatever we can deploy in addition to what is already there to take care of any such tragedy which might happen in this yatra itself. So all those things we look at and we'll reinforce our capability to handle a situation like that as the yatra progresses.
Mr. Atul Karwal, for joining me here on India First, many thanks. Wish you all the best for further rescue operations, sir. And I hope you're successful in saving as many lives as possible. Many thanks for joining me, sir.
Thank you for your good wishes.